still recording. Oh, you're still recording? Okay, we're recording. Right now, we're outside. But this video is going to be how you can make exercises more difficult if you're already advanced. Because a lot of people, you've been doing calisthenics for a while, and exercises aren't difficult anymore. And in order to get stronger, you need to be progressively overloading either the weight or the amount of reps you're doing. So, this video is going to help you out. The first thing that you can do to increase the difficulty of an exercise is go to a max before you even start doing your reps and sets. If I'm doing pull-ups, push-ups, or even dips, you're going to go to a failure. Before you start counting the reps and sets, you do one set of max reps. So say pull-ups, I'll go to the bar here, and I will do as many as I can. Won't count them, do them until I can't do any more, and then I'm going to start counting my reps and sets as usual. So I'm already fatigued my muscles, and each rep after that is going to be a lot harder, and we'll actually be working muscles a lot better. That's the first thing you can do. You can do that for pull-ups, you can do it for push-ups, you can do it for dips, squats. Even if you're not doing outdoor workouts, in the gym you can do the same thing. First thing you can do. Okay, the next thing you can do to make exercises harder is of course adding weight. Now, technically calisthenics is bodyweight exercises, but you get to a point where you actually want to implement weights, so that can be weighted vests, holding dumbbells, or holding weights in like a rucksack or whatever, and then doing the reps. So say for pull-ups, a very obvious one would be using a weighted vest. A lot of vests out there aren't actually good quality and are filled with like sand and stuff, and they leak out and it's pretty cheap. I do know one brand called, I think it's Gravity Fitness, which have a really good weighted vest online on Amazon, probably for about £100 for 20 kilos, which I've used before and it's really good. I'm not sponsored yet, but I do really like the weighted vest they have, and I actually would recommend them. So with that weighted vest, you can do pull-ups, you can do push-ups with it, you can do squats, you can do dips, and it's very, very versatile, and it will make a big difference to your weight, because now when you take the vest off and you do a normal rep, you're going to find it so much easier if you actually train using a vest and then take it off. So think about, I think Goku in one of the animes, let me not even say that's disrespectful. In Dragon Ball Z, Goku, he travelled and he did working out in a planet where there was ridiculous gravity, so it's sort of the same thing. You're working out in a harder environment, so now when you go back to the environment, which is a lot easier, you're going to excel there a lot better than say you were to just do workouts bodyweight alone. That's the second thing you can do, weighted vest or adding any sort of weight to your workouts. Next thing you can do is actually add varieties that are a lot harder compared to just doing normal reps. So I'm going to start on the pull-up first. Come here. It's going to be slowing down the reps is one big thing you can do. Time on the tension increases if you slow it down. So instead of doing my pull-ups like this, really quickly, no, I'm going to slow it down, even pause at the top, hold the isometric, and then do the eccentric really, really slowly. And you won't be able to do as many of these compared to doing them a lot quicker. That's a pull-up, say a dip, same thing. I'm going to go down slowly, pause, and go up. Slowly, pause, and up. Instead of doing this, which is good, but at the same time, if they are really easy, you can slow them down. So I'll do that even after maxing out at the start. So add these, stack these on top of each other. Max out first, then you can do statics, and you can do slow eccentrics as well. So lowering yourself slowly on top of that to make it even more difficult. Another thing you can do, same with push-ups. Down, pause, and up. Down, pause, and up. Same thing. Another variation you can do is doing pulsing. So you pulse and up. That's with the push-up. With the squat, you pulse, and go up. 2. And that again just increases the time of the tension in whatever exercise you're doing. I'm going to come to dips now. Straight, do the same thing. Slow the rep down. And explode. That's good on the eccentric. And explode. Or you can pulse at the bottom to increase the time of the tension. Okay, so I've showed you how you can slow down the exercise to make it harder, but you can also make it more explosive. Say, I'm going to start with the pull-up again. You can do what's called an explosive pull-up, where you will contract requires more force, explosive push-ups. Again, claps are the obvious one you can do as well. But you can also get creative with it. Just explosive movements. They're also more difficult. Same on a dip bar. Oh, yo, I had a long day in the gym. Let me not do that. But we can do this, for example. A more explosive variety of dips. And yeah, any sort of explosive movement is going to require a lot more force to get you to explode up, and can be a lot harder than doing standard exercise. Squats, you can do like a jump squat, explode up. To exert more force in the legs. So, let me catch my breath first. They were some of the ways that I know and that I do to increase the intensity of my workouts. If you're doing an outdoor workout, you've got no equipment, don't have weights. One of the solutions I did provide was using a weighted vest, so that you can do that to do weighted calisthenics. But the others, really easy to implement, and yeah, it's a good progression. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new here, subscribe so you can stay up to date with the content I'm releasing, and like the video if you liked it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.